So, yes, they're purposely doing what they're doing. When I was living, I got lots of recordings and text messages, y'all. When I was living with my child's father, I was with my child's father for 8 to 12 years, right? I had my son in 2020. When we was living together, we was already having these issues. That's why I left him in 2024. He did not want to watch his son. He was not on child support. We was living in the same household, going to work. There'll be times he complained about watching his son. If he never had a problem with watching his son, why when we was living together, because I could prove it, when we was living together, I had to go take my son to my mother and my sister and them so he could be watched. When we had the opposite schedule. He was working overnight, I was working on the daytime. I was working on the daytime where I come home in time enough for him to drive my car, because he was driving my car to work. So why the fuck couldn't you watch your son the days I work? Why? Because you didn't want to watch your son because you complained that you're not getting no rest. I don't get no rest. When I watch my son at nighttime, I don't get no rest. Like, still to this day, I'm not getting no rest. I have to stay up late and then fall asleep and then wake up in the and get a little bit of rest and wake up right after, like 4 hours. I gotta wake up later and start the next day. I'm doing it right by myself. Even when we moved into our second apartment together, he was doing the same thing, and I took my son back to my mother and them. And at one point, he was watching my son, and then dropped my son off to my mother and them. No, I think my mother and them was watching my son, or he'll drop my son off to my mother and them at the second apartment, and then I'll wait till I get off to go pick him up or something like that. But anyway, still, bottom line is he never wanted to watch his son. His family never wanted to watch my son either. Every time I asked him to get his family to watch, at one point he tried to say his family could watch my son, but they always try to treat me like a slave, like I gotta do something for them in order, like they'll say they'll watch him, right? And then, like, say the next day they'll try to tell me to watch his niece, just so they could watch him to see what I'm gonna do. But they do the same tactics over and over. That's how I know they're full of shit and they just don't want to do it. Because then they'll only watch him for a short period of time, and then I have to find somebody else to watch him. They'll come up with excuses and try to make it look like I did something to them when I never did anything. This is why I record. Although it's illegal, this is why I record, because that's why the state of Maryland and D.C. need to change their laws, because people be doing sneaky shit to people, and they be lying on people and getting people arrested. And it be innocent people in jail. That's how they get people kids in CPS. All of these people are Illuminati members. Even my child's father, he's the Illuminati. And they work together with, if you have kids with them, they get their own kids taken and put in CPS. Why? Because they be trying to rape their own kids, get their own kids.